Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain.
Welcome back to Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja, and these are my movie reviews. Now, we are delving into the world of Phantasm, and this franchise has taken its turns. We're on to phantasmoblIVion from 1998. But before we get into that, big thank you to all my new and existing subscribers. As you know, I've hit 500, so thank you so much. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, I truly am appreciative, so thank you. Look, if you haven't already, please do hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for future content, would be appreciated. Going to be working towards 1K, going to be doing a few things down the track. You know, we've got some live streams, some trivia. There is going to be a giveaway coming up, so keep an eye out for that. That'll be a lot of fun. But anyway, let's look at phantasmoblIVion from 1998. That's what you're here for. Directed by doncoscarelli again. The film stars Michael Baldwin, Reggiebannister, Bill Thornbury, heidimarnhout, and angusscrimm. So there is only one additional name to this film. The rest of the cast are the mainstays. Now, trying to think of how to describe this one. It's well, the plot is Mike travels through time and different dimensions to find the tallman's origins. So obviously there will be spoilers ahead. If you have not seen this film, you know what to do. The film takes it back to where it all began in more ways than one. It strips it right back to the original film with newly found footage, and it inserts it and reinvents the original story in a way. Now, it takes it back to the more fever dream feel that the original film had, and sort of steers away from the more sci-fi action horror that it had started in the second and third one. So it's kind of going back to where it all began. We explore both Mike's story and the tallman's origins, while Reggie takes on less of a comedic role and is back to his more everyday hero role, which I truly appreciate. I think that works well for him. I do think he does have a flair for comedy, and his character was good. I just found that the comedic portrayal of his character in the third film was derivative of the overall story. Okay, so let's look at the cast. Now, I mentioned this was a stripped back, and this is evident with the minimal cast. You have your mainstays, but you have the new additions. So the focus is primarily on Mike, Reggie, Jody, and the tallman. You don't have people like Rocky. You don't have Tim. We don't know where Tim went. You know, yeah. So we've got one additional cast member of Jennifer, played by heidimarnhout, and that's it. It's a smaller role, but it ties in with Reggie and propels his story forward. Now, the cast perform admirably in this one. I really did enjoy the twist origin of Jebediah Morningside. I like the addition of that. I like the idea behind that, and I will touch on that next week when I look at Phantasm Ravager and a few of the theories that I do have regarding this entire franchise. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the cast. And well, of course, you've got the cooter in it. You can't forget the cooter. Yeah, that's obviously a mainstay of the cast too. On to the directing and writing. So the narrative unfolds as more of a road trip film, with Reggie traveling the desolate landscapes and encountering bizarre and unworldly or otherworldly phenomena. The dreamlike feeling returns, making the film blur the lines between reality and nightmare. keeping the audience on edge and engaged. There is a very non-linear storytelling which adds to a sense of disorientation throughout the film, inviting viewers to piece together the puzzle of the Phantasm universe. Now, one thing, the pacing of Oblivion is deliberate and allows the audience to absorb the unfolding mysteries and revelations as we explore the origins of the Tallman, who, as we now know, is Jebediah Morningside. I keep going to say Jebediah Springfield, so thank you, Simpsons, for ruining the name Jebediah for me. But yeah, Jebediah Morningside, but also it expands on his role in the first film by incorporating flashbacks used from the footage of the first film, which I thought was really interesting the way they did that. Nowadays they would use de-aging footage or de-aging stuff, but they actually found this footage which was cut from the original film. So the way they tie that in is really stands out. One of the film's strengths is its willingness to delve into the mythology of the Phantasm series, providing answers to some lingering questions while introducing some new mysteries. The lore surrounding the Tallman and his dimension hopping and his spheres is somewhat explained and offers fans of the franchise a deeper understanding of the forces at play. Now, while the film combines moments of intense action with more contemplative and introspective scenes, particularly with Mike, the non-linear narrative structure and dream sequences do add an overall sense of, like I mentioned, disorientation and uncertainty as to where this film is going. This film was made on a very modest budget, yet the cinematography, the practical effects and set design all contribute to this surreal and dreamlike atmosphere. I think a big part of that is also the landscape, the desert landscape. It's desolate, it's dry, it looks great and really does stand out. You've got that shimmering image effect of, mirage effect, the Tallman in the distance in some scenes where, and of course that scene there is part of the effects, that's a pretty good one. That's the practical effects, but these all contribute to the surreal and dreamlike atmosphere. The visual effects used are a mix of practical effects and early CGI, and it reflects the technology available at the time. The film's modest budget is evident with the use of practical effects, and it does add a tangible and sometimes unsettling quality to the movie. Like I mentioned, that scene just before that was up there with the sphere boobs, yeah, that's unsettling to say the least. But the film utilizes the practical effects to create an eerie and very unworldly atmosphere that is characteristic to the entire series. The use of CGI, again, it's very sparse but effective. The filmmakers wisely chose to employ CGI to enhance certain sequences rather than relying on them as a primary means of creating a visual spectacle. There is one scene, which hopefully you guys will see here, where the Tallman, here we go, walking along. Fantastic use of just a desolate street. They filmed it in like 10 minutes or something. That was amazing reading up about it. But yeah, and that goes to the cinematography as well, but the effect it gives overall to the film, fantastic. And this gives it that, it helps maintain the gritty and surreal aesthetic, while the film overall elevates key moments with its CGI capabilities. Some of the stuff completely no CGI at all, others are just enhanced, and this makes it stand out for me. The practical effects team, they did a really good job on this one. What more can you say? Now, this is a film that caters to fans of the Phantasm series. It is a continuation of the saga, while providing additional insights to the characters and mythology. This, for me, is definitely a rewatchable entry into the overall narrative of the series. It is not one that I would go back and just watch for the sake of it. I might do that with 2 and 3, maybe even 1, because one is something you've got to sit down and watch. You know, you have to absorb a lot of things. 2 is just a fantastic thrill ride. 3, again, it's got that mix of action and comedy. This is definitely one that's for, well, I don't want to say for the fans, that sounds bad, but it is one that if you've watched the entire series, you will get more out of it. Although I don't see anyone hiring or renting or buying the 4th film without seeing the previous 3. Overall, the way this film is structured, it may not be for everyone. Like I mentioned, its dreamlike narrative and abstract elements might alienate some viewers, and those are the ones that are seeking a more straightforward horror experience. The film's pacing is, like I said, it's deliberate. It allows you to absorb some of the things that are happening, some of the things that you may have seen in previous Phantasm films, and tie them all together. Some scenes may test the patience of those who are expecting a movie with a faster tempo. However, the movie is a fascinating installment in the overall Phantasm series, and it does reward dedicated fans with a surreal and thought-provoking journey. Like I said, it goes back to that fever dream-like state. It's great that it's going back to that. It's a blend of science fiction, horror, and surrealism, coupled with really strong performances and innovative practical effects that makes it a very distinctive entry in not only the horror genre, but also the Phantasm series. Is it my favorite? No. It's still a very good entry, and I would give it a 7 out of 10. So there you have it. That is my review of Phantasm Oblivion. What did you think of this film? Let me know down in the comments below, because I'll really want to hear your thoughts on this one, because yeah, the whole Phantasm series has been a fun ride. I'm really looking forward to seeing it all, and I know I've seen Phantasm Ravager before, but let's get to that next week, shall we? Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Please do, if you haven't, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for future content, hit that notification bell for notification on future things that are coming up. And there are a few things coming up. As I've said before, I've hit 500, so if I haven't done it by now, I will be doing a giveaway. So keep your eye out for that. There will be more stuff about that coming up. I plan to do more live streams. I would like to do a live stream about the Phantasm franchise as well. So yeah, look, we'll see how we go. But yeah, a lot of things coming up down the pipeline. So let's cross that bridge when we come to it. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me.